Patients with neutropenic sepsis can deteriorate rapidly. They can go from feeling generally unwell to being seriously ill very quickly. To determine their immune status, blood tests need to be processed urgently and results chased within half an hour.
I'm so sorry I've been so long. It's been frantic today. How are you feeling?
I feel terrible.
Your white blood cells are very low. You're neutropenic. And that means we're going to have to transfer you to a ward and you're going to have some intravenous antibiotics. Okay?
Can you let my husband know where I'm going?
Yeah, sure. We'll get you going. Hi. This is Mrs. Jackson. She's a 42-year-old lady who had chemotherapy a week ago. She's got neutropenic sepsis. Her temperature's 38.5. She's got a slight hypotension and slight tachycardia. She needs intravenous antibiotics. She needs her first dose. And she also needs cannulating because we haven't had time to do it downstairs. And she needs the drugs prescribing as well, please. But she needs these urgently.
The classic time for the development of neutropenic sepsis is 7 to 10 days post-chemotherapy. On diagnosis, IV antibiotics should be prescribed and delivered immediately according to the neutropenic sepsis policy. Antibiotics should be delivered within 1 hour of admission to prevent deterioration to the late stages of neutropenic sepsis.
Okay.
If you put Mrs. Jackson in B3, I've got to attend to that call, so I'll come back later. Okay, Mrs. Jackson?
Okay.
Mrs. Jackson had to wait for another hour before she received her antibiotics. Neutropenic sepsis is a medical emergency. Patients with neutropenic sepsis should be viewed as high risk and treated as a priority. Your temperature's gone up. Your blood pressure's a bit low. How are you feeling?
I don't feel well at all.
Okay, I'll keep a close eye on you.
Thank you.
I'll come back and check your temperature again later.
Oh, nurse,
Yes?
can you just pull the curtain a bit?
Sure. If neutropenic sepsis is not treated during the early phase, it will progress to the late phase. Signs and symptoms to watch out for include restlessness or confusion, feeling cold and clammy, hypothermia, hypotension, and tachycardia. The late phase, if untreated, can progress to organ failure and death. Hello, Mord.
It's Mrs. Jackson's husband. I've just arrived home. I believe my wife has been transferred to your ward.
That's right, Mr. Jackson.
How is she?
Well, she's had her antibiotics. She was quite poorly, but she's having a rest now. Do you want me to get her to call you when she wakes up?
Yes, please. Can you tell her that the boys send their love?
Sure, will do.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Mrs. Jackson? Mrs. Jackson? Mrs. Jackson? Somebody! Can I have some help here? Get the crash cart. Is someone called the doctor? Okay. Neutropenic sepsis is a life-threatening side effect of chemotherapy. Act fast to prevent deaths. Use the heat trigger. History, examine, action, and treat. History. Is the patient on chemotherapy? When did they last receive treatment? Examine. Do they have any early or late signs or symptoms? Action. Cannulate and do an urgent full blood count. Chase the results within 30 minutes. Treat. IV antibiotics should be given according to the neutropenic sepsis policy within 1 hour of admission. If the patient is showing any late signs of neutropenic sepsis, for example tachycardia and hypertension, or appears very unwell, intravenous antibiotics should be given immediately without waiting for blood results.